LG Prada K2 along with other leaks from Samsung, HTC, and LG make the scene. Skype 2.1 brings video calls to more smartphones, and Gingerbread updates haven't been fun for everyone. All this and more coming up right now. Hello everyone, I'm Jaime Rivera with PocketNow.com and welcome to Android Revolution, the show where we tell you what's hot and what's not inside of Google's Android project. Let's start this week off with what's hot. Alright, so this week was full of leaks, so sit back, relax, and let's go through them. The LG Prada K2 made the scene, and it seems gorgeous with a design that's only 9mm thick, though it's interesting that it has a 4.3 Nova display that's supposed to be bright as hell, though we're not really sure what to make of it. It's got 16GB of built-in storage, and it's HSPA+, and since it's got Gingerbread built in, it shouldn't take long for it to be released, though we're not sure how Google's going to handle this. The Verizon roadmap was also leaked, and, well, we mentioned an HTC Vigor, which had no specs revealed. The Motorola Droid Bionic was also mentioned, but you already know about this phone. But what's interesting is that it made it to the FCC, and it seems to be a world phone, which is really cool. Aside from that, well, this leak roadmap also included the LG Revolution, which we already reviewed, so it should take long for this devices to be released also. Now, on the T-Mobile side, there was also mentions of a Samsung Hercules, which we got the exclusive leaked photos, which seems to be T-Mobile's variant of the Galaxy S2. Aside from that, it's weird to see that the phone won't bring the Samsung Exynos processor and instead bring the Qualcomm chip that we're used to seeing on just about every other phone, so not really sure what to make of it. Also, we see an HTC Ruby, which looks a lot like the current HTC Sensation, though it's interesting to see that it has a white back, or could it be a metallic back? Not really sure, but the HTC Sensation is already being sold on T-Mobile, so not really sure what to make of that. But aside from that, yeah. We also caught images of the LG Flip 2, which is, you know, that other device that has a dual screen and a keyboard. It may be cool for some people, it may be cool for others. I don't really like the thing. It couldn't be uglier, but if you're out there for a dual screen device and don't want to get the bulk of the Kyocera Echo, stay tuned for that device when it gets released. Not really sure when though. Alright, so speaking of phones, what would this season be without some really good back-to-school deals? Amazon Wireless just published a really good deal for selling Verizon phones. In this case, you get the HTC Thunderbolt for $50 after signing your kidney off for a 2-year contract. And aside from that, you also get the Samsung Droid Charge, which is another really good 4G phone that'll cost you $100 after the same kidney contract. Really good phones, really good deals. Both phones got really good numbers in our reviews, so stick around if you're interested for a good device hit on Amazon. Aside from that, well, if Amazon's App Store is not really treating you well with just one application free a day, you should have a look at this service called GetJar, which will offer a lot of really good applications for free, though you'd ask what the catch. But the catch is that if you have to get these applications, you'll be stuck to one version, meaning if you get version 1.0 of an application, there are apparently no updates. You'll only get that version, and that's pretty much it. Not really sure if GetJar is going to update this to offer more options, but as of now, it's a really cool way for you to try out an application before you buy. If you like it, you keep it and you buy it from the, you know, Android market, or you just stick around with what you got and just deal with version 1.0. Most applications are good from the start anyways. Out of the smartphone releases for the week, Sprint has just announced that they'll be releasing their Conquer 4G from Samsung, which will bring you WiMAX as of August 21st for $100 after a 2-year contract. Sadly, it looks like a cheap device, though it'll bring you WiMAX, so you might want to consider it because it does look budget. Aside from that, thinking about our reviews for the week, our HTC Evo 3D review is already live, which got 4.5 out of 5 stars, which is really good. Almost made our editor's choice, so you might want to consider that. And aside from that, our MyTouch Slide 4G also made our review being live, though sadly got 3.5 out of 5 stars. Not really good in build quality and video quality, so might want to consider reading Adam's review before you continue. And well, Dickie Adams' review on the Droid 3 is already live in videos, so you might want to stick around before considering buying any of these 3 devices, because we always have your back on reviews. On the software update side of things, Skype just released version 2.1 of their Android application to bring video calling to more Gingerbread compliant devices. Brandon and Tony recently filmed a video demo showing how it works, and it seems to work quite fine. Might want to hit the update because it's currently free. Aside from that, and speaking of those devices that require Gingerbread, the HTC Inspire 4G finally got the update, though it's not really good to be smiling about these Gingerbread updates because it's already a year old. It should have been released a long time ago. Aside from that, the HTC HTC Evo Shift 4G, which is a mouthful to pronounce, just got an update that allows you to fix the MMS issues. If anybody's still using MMS, I'm not really sure if they are. And aside from that, the Samsung Continuum is finally getting Froyo. I can't believe I'm actually saying this, Froyo. That should have been last year. I mean, I'm not really sure what these carriers and device manufacturers are taking so long to bring these updates along, but actually they're at least there, I mean. Anyways. And for all of you living on that XDA developer edge, remember that HTC announced back in June that they'll be offering a portal to allow developers to create more integrated apps and experiences for HTC devices, which is a la bootloader unlock that everybody's looking for, and that'll do a lot more than just that. Well, HTC just offered a website called htcdev.com, which is this portal that allows you to download these updates, but sadly it currently has nothing. It's just there to crash. But remember, you could always count on us on PocketNow.com to offer whenever these updates are available. Aside from that, the famous Cyanogen mod has just been ported to the LG Optimus 3D, at least teased. It's really not there available to everybody just yet, but it worked buttery smooth, and 3D was also working, which is really great. Not really sure when we're going to get it, but it's actually being tested, so that's really good. And well, finally, the SPF file for the Motorola Photon 4G and also the Droid X2 is now available. You know that SPF file you need for whenever you mess up in using custom ROMs? Well, it's already updated and it's already available, and you should be getting it just in case you want to really play around with custom ROMs. Okay, so that does it for what's hot. Let's continue on with what's not. Sprint has just pulled their Gingerbread update to their bulky Kyocera Echo after customers were complaining of brick devices in their hands, and also for those of them that were able to actually pull through the update, they ended up with performance issues. And you'd think that these manufacturers and these carriers would test their units and their updates before releasing after they take ages to release them, but it seems that something went wrong right there. Not really sure what the update will be rolled back to customers, but you know, just beware before you update. And continuing on with sad Gingerbread news, HTC Thunderbolt's update that was supposed to come out in June is now being mentioned to be pushed back to October. And well, not really sure what to make of it, not really sure when we're going to get it, but if it doesn't disappoint you enough, I mean, Gingerbread is almost a year old. It was released in December of last year, and devices are barely getting it, and those that are having issues. Not really cool. Alright, so dual-core processors are barely making the scene to a small handful of devices, and many of us went crazy when NVIDIA recently announced their Tegra 3 Kal-El Quad Core processor recently, and thought, yeah, that'll be cool, because NVIDIA said that they were going to be releasing these processors on tablets as of this month, and on smartphones as of December, but sadly, not everything went well. That proposal was too ambitious. NVIDIA just pulled back their announcement and said that no, we're not going to get it this year, we'll probably get it sometime in 2012. Though sadly they didn't offer specific dates or quarters. Not really sure what to make of it. Sadly, NVIDIA, I mean, again, hey, I mean, it was ambitious, we know, we are barely getting dual core, so we'll cut you some slack on that, but don't play with our minds, man. Don't go on 2013 or 2014, just 2012, early on, make it happen. That's it for today's show. Thank you very much for watching. I'm Jaime Rivera. Remember to give us a thumbs up if you like what you saw. That's it for now.